5. The Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to run it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
From the gun, the ground game. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Quick spin on the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side now. Making a little bit of progress there. To the 40 before getting out of bounds. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes to grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The ball's in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
To the air on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route. But it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. And the defense got it.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the Bulldogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. He'll pull it on the read. He's loose at the 15. There he goes. They'll force him out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's complete on the right side. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far.
Mississippi State.
So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Pulls it in. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone.
Here we go, here we go.
Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Here's the handoff. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense has had an elite first half. Kept them off the scoreboard. They put a drive together right before the half. Talk about some momentum. Hold them to a field goal here on this third down. Don't let it...
Touchdown, Mississippi State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a third down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, get some points on the board.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A strike downfield. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. First and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now.
Here we go, here we go.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Off the play fake. stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Flacco should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTSA.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And you can tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his...
Converts on 4th down, still going. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Back open in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Just keep slinging it. Gonna take a shot. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Quick step and go. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage.
Going for the big play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. He's not going to have enough for the 1st down. Had to get it to the 35, and now a tricky 4th down decision coming. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting...
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Man, and you kind of wondered, when were they going to cover this guy? He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job on the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Fires on the move. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Now he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds just short of the first down marker, and the defense gets a stop. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Makes the grab on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Coming out with it, it's Myers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll try to sneak it.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
He'll keep it himself. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Trying play action. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot, It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just
Touchdown, Mississippi State! They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf. They're up by a field goal over Colorado State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for his defense.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. So they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here shortly.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Throwing right. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 4th down, going to the air. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This time they'll go to the running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they...
Fires toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking to throw, it's Aguirre. Slings it. Finds space on the right. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch it. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown ball. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Defense in press coverage. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They booted away on fourth down. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Back to pass, it's Aguirre. It's complete to the left. Turning it on! Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Looking to fire. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
To throw, it's Aguirre. Gets it to him on the screen. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Meyer. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Makes the catch.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Bears the pressure. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And how about the defense? They're trying to end this thing themselves. You got to lead. You're in a good spot. 2 sacks in a row, now forcing a 4th down.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Here's a throw downfield late. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Tight coverage there. Did not stop it from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And this is a significant moment for this offense. Down 8, 1st and goal, needing a touchdown and a 2 to tie. They want to throw it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Got his man. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He wants it all. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
He will get there for the 2-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Dwyer. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route.
He tries to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get it started here in overtime. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game. Mississippi State starts overtime with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They strike first in overtime.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
It's 3rd down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. 4th down, and here's the ball game right here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the middle. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.